Thanks, guys. I'm here with Alicia Merriweather, the Deputy Superintendent of DPSCD, and Robert Jamerson, the CEO of Detroit PAL, recipients of the Cabrera's donation. First, I want to ask Alicia a couple questions, then we'll get to Robert. How's it going, you guys?
It's going well, going well.
It's going well.
Great day.
In the midst of a lot of challenges, it's going well.
Absolutely understand. And Alicia, the donation from Rose Angel and Miguel will help provide both meals and technology for students in DPS. Why is that so important during this COVID-19 crisis?
Well, I mean, obviously with food access, and certainly in a situation where students and families have a great deal of challenges, really supporting the food distribution is critically important. So when we think about basic needs, especially during the pandemic, food is at the top of the list. So the district has been distributing about 125,000 meals per week. This donation helps us be able to keep those distribution centers going. So while we receive reimbursement from the federal government for food and the preparation for food, the labor, we do not receive reimbursement for security and the other elements that are required to run the site. So this donation is going towards making sure those sites can operate. So that's for the food. It's extremely important. I think that's a pretty obvious one. The technology piece maybe is not as obvious, but I think most people are familiar with the digital divide. And the fact of the matter is that during this COVID crisis, many of us are working remotely. In fact, this interview is remotely. Normally we would come somewhere and we'd be together. We're doing this electronically. Each of us have equipment to be able to do this. I think all of us would agree, if you're watching this, seeing people being able to interact in this way is much more dynamic than a paper packet. And basically the district, as we've transitioned through the COVID closure, we have been distributing paper packets to students with coursework. What we want to do is be able to allow students to be able to log on electronically. And so the other part of the donation is going to the Connected Futures Project, which aims to give 51,000 devices, 6 months of internet, and technical support. So it's a game changer. Not to play on words, we're talking about tigers, but it is a game changer, not just for this COVID closure, but afterwards. So our deepest gratitude for this gift. It's just extremely helpful.
That's incredible. And what does it mean to you and to the school district to have a hometown team like the Detroit Tigers and an athlete like Miguel Cabrera to provide the support?
It means everything. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, if your hometown team doesn't support the other hometown teams, such as PAL, Detroit PAL, and Detroit Public Schools Community District, I don't know what that says about a community. So to me, the fact that the Detroit Tigers, Miguel Cabrera, and others have contributed to the district and other organizations during this crisis, it says everything that needs to be said. Detroit is known for our grit, our resilience. We're known for being able to persevere, but we also should be known for community. And really, to me, this gift and many others exemplify the fact that none of us are in this alone. And it also emphasizes that our sports teams are not just only focused on winning games, they're focused on moving the city forward. And so it really means a lot.
Awesome. Okay, now, Robert, I'm going to pivot to you. The donation will fund a collaborative effort between Detroit PAL, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeast Michigan, and Brilliant Detroit to provide affordable childcare during this crisis. Why are collaborations so important at this time?
Collaborations are important because when you start thinking about resources and you start thinking about who can best make those resources available and create awareness for those resources, you need grassroots organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, Detroit PAL, and Brilliant Detroit. When we come together, we're truly at our best. So for instance, Detroit PAL may be just known for sports, but our goal is to redirect them to the youth enrichment programs that the Boys and Girls Club offers, as well as the literacy programs that Brilliant Detroit offers. We ensure when we come together that no one is left behind, that all of the resources that come out are used and used effectively and efficiently. So collaboration is what makes us great. It causes us to come together during times like this instead of separating. We already have these relationships, and it's now bringing it all together. So it's truly great for them to understand the importance of giving dollars out, as well as who to give those dollars to make it impactful.
That's incredible. And the Detroit Tigers and Detroit Tigers Foundation have a long-standing history of support with Detroit PAL. What does it mean to the PAL community to have this type of partnership and support from a star player like Miguel?
I mean, when you think about, if we weren't getting the support from the Detroit Tigers, Tigers Foundation, and players like Miguel, we wouldn't exist. I mean, over the years, truly, they've been supportive to help many youth find their greatness, which is our mission. And so when you start thinking about without dollars, there's no mission. And truly, we struggle all the time trying to figure out how do we close the gap when it comes to socioeconomics, education, and health and wellness. We are so much more than sports, and it takes organizations and people like Miguel to reach beyond what they're dealing with, because truly everybody's dealing with something during these difficult times, and to be able to see the needs and understand the needs of others. So we truly are thankful for them continuing to understand the importance of us coming together. And I think, we mentioned earlier that we are in Detroit. And when you think about the Detroit Tigers, they represent Detroit. We all represent Detroit. We are resilient. And this is just a great time and a great example of what can happen when we come together.
I love that, the silver lining. Okay, now this next question is for both of you, but Alicia, we'll start with you. If you were to thank the Cabreras for this contribution on behalf of the thousands of children that you serve, what would you say?
Ooh, it's hard to encapsulate 51,000 voices. That's a lot of pressure. I think would say sincere gratitude to you for seeing the bigger picture. And honestly, with 51,000 students, there's 51,000 stories, and each of them are unique. And if you took the time to hear each family story, each student's story, it would take forever. But there is a story behind every single student who's being impacted. So the briefest way I can say is thank you. And I really, really appreciate it. On behalf of Detroit Public Schools Community District and all the voices, the best I can do is thank you.
Robert, how about you?
It is overwhelming. I say when I think about it, I was a PAL kid, and I've come back to be able to take over the organization that helped me to get to where I'm at. And I always think about, who is the community missing? Who has a need that's being unmet? And so I truly am thankful for him, his wife, the Detroit Tigers Foundation, and the Tigers for having, once again, empathy, for understanding the needs. Sometimes people don't realize that everyone, no matter what income bracket you're in, no matter what religion or race, you are still dealing with uncertainty and challenging times. And so to be able to go past your own needs and then to be able to give to others during this time is just, for me, is heartfelt and truly means a lot. And so I would just say thank you. Truly know that these dollars are going to be well used, and you're going to impact someone's life, someone who just needs to know that they are cared for, that they are loved, and that they are appreciated, to have the same types of opportunities as everyone else. So truly, thank you on behalf of Detroit PAL, the Boys and Girls Club, Brilliant Detroit, and the greater Detroit community. So thank you.
Wonderful. And thank you so much, Robert and Alicia, for speaking with me today. I cannot wait to see the impact this donation has on DPSCD and Detroit PAL. Again, thank you so much for your time. I hope you and yours stay well during this time.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Thank you. Thanks. Now back to you guys.